Okay, after we have a frequency distribution, we can put the information in a histogram. The histogram is a bar graph. It's a special kind of bar graph, and I'm not quite sure for this course if I need to stress what it is, but I'll mention it to you. A histogram is a bar graph. It's not just an ordinary bar graph. It's a bar graph where there are certain categories. One category might flow straight into the next. Like with these heights that we have from a previous class, I have 59 to 61, 62 to 64, 65 to 67. So 64 and 65, one number follows the other right after. Those bars would be touching because of that. It's a bar graph. In this bar graph, the bars are touching each other for categories, classes that are adjacent. For categories that are adjacent. In my heights of young women, in a previous 1029 class, I'm looking at the data. I'm looking at the biggest one is 30 as far as frequencies go. So I want to sort of put that in my head and think, maybe I can mark off the frequency line by 5s. This is what it'll look like. There'll be a line, a vertical line, and there'll be a horizontal line. Kind of like the first quadrant on an XY axis, but it's not plotting points. The horizontal line is for the categories. So I want to put that, and I'll put the heights in inches. The vertical line is for the frequencies. I probably should give it a title. I'll squeeze one in here. Heights of females in Math 1029. And this is actually heights of females from spring of 2019. As far as my frequencies go, the highest one is 30, so let me give this a little thought on how I might mark this. I'm going to put in the 30. I'll eyeball it about halfway, that would be 15. And then I'll throw in the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And because I like a little space at the top, I'll put in 35. On the horizontal line, we'll have the categories. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 categories. Even those that have 0, we would count them. The 9 categories. The first bar is going to be over a little bit. They say don't put the first one right up against that vertical line. So I'll put a line. This will start the first bar. It'll stop here. That's the first category. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The ninth category will be there. My first category is 59 to 61. I'm going to write it sideways. You might see sometimes they might just put 59. Then put the start of the next one right here where they write 59, 62, 65. We could do it that way as well. We have 59 to 61, 62 to 64, 65 to 67, 68 to 70, 71 to 73, 74 to 76, 77 to 79, 80 to 82, and then I have 83 to 85. For the category 59 to 61, 13 people said that. I will estimate where 13 is and draw the bar that goes up to 13, and they'll usually shade it in. Sometimes they'll use different colors for adjacent bars. 62 to 64, there were 30. This bar will be right up against the previous one. I'll grab a different color. The next one, I had 24 people. That's going to be slightly under 25. The next category was 16 people, a little above 15. The next one had 3 people. The next 3 categories were empty. You just don't put anything. And then the last one person said 83 inches tall. So there's a histogram of the data from the heights of the young women.